Okay, this is the Keeping Time program. It turns out that in mini games, time is very important. The game itself may be time limited or behaviors may be time limited. So we need to learn how to keep time, and that's all this program does. It just keeps track of the run time of the game and displays that, updating that display every 1/10 of a second. Let's take a quick look. And there we go. Every 1/10 of a second it gets updated. And then at 5 seconds it stops. Now here's the program itself. The constant for 1/10 of a second is 100, so that's set to wait. It's going to run, the program is going to run 5 seconds, so I've got 5 seconds set to 5,000. This initializes the window, no surprises there. This sets a variable called time to be 0. We're going to use that variable and update it every 1/10 of a second. This creates the first label. That label is pretty large, 100. It's set to red. It contains the word time, and then this has the value of time. And what we're doing is saying take time, the time variable, convert it to a string because labels can only output strings, and then stick that onto, or concatenate is a fancy word, but stick that value turned into a string onto the phrase time. So I'm going to get time colon 100, time colon 200, and so on. This adds it in a convenient location. This says while the time is less than 5 seconds. So I'm going to have time is 0, time is 100, time is 200, time is 300, and so on. Eventually time is going to be 5,000, and I want to stop. That will represent 5 seconds. I want to stop when I've gotten to 5 seconds. So this says for 5 seconds, wait a little bit, and then keep track of the fact that you've waited. Time starts out at time starts out at 0, and then you add 100 to time, so you've got 0 plus 100. That makes time equal to 100. Then you've got 100, next time through the loop, you've got 100 plus 100, time becomes 200, then 200 plus 100, time becomes 300, and so on. With each pause of 100 milliseconds, we're incrementing time by 100 milliseconds. So that's the value that's keeping track of time. And then here we're displaying the current time by saying, take the time sign, which already exists, that's a label, change its text by using the setText function to be the word time, and then concatenate onto that the time variable converted to a string. Thus, I'm going to have 100, 200, 300, and so on. When the loop ends, stop the program and do our usual cleanup. And again, the program looks like this. Display the times, stop at 5 seconds.